He had stopped speaking. Stopped laughing. Stopped living. A boy lost in silence, his heart buried with his father's memory. And then, came her. A stray cat, thin, rain-soaked, eyes heavy with secrets. She didn't beg. She didn't meow. She simply sat there. Watching. Listening. And in her stillness, she became the voice he had lost. This is not just the story of a cat. It's the story of a silent love that pulled a broken boy back from the edge of darkness. In a small town wrapped in mist and rain, lived a boy named Johnson. He wasn't loud. He didn't play football. He didn't have many friends. But he used to smile. Once. Until that one winter night, the night his father left and never came back. A sudden heart attack. A phone call that shattered everything. His father's chair remained untouched. His voice disappeared from the walls. And with him, something inside Johnson vanished too. Teresa, his mother, tried everything. Therapy. School counselors. Letters written and never read. But Johnson began building a wall, higher and colder with each passing day. He stopped eating at the table. Stopped laughing. And most of all, he stopped speaking. One morning, while Teresa cried quietly in the kitchen, Johnson walked to the back porch and sat alone, staring into nothing. That's when he saw her. A cat, thin and soaked from the rain, sitting under the tree. Watching him. She came the next day too. And the next. Johnson didn't call her. He didn't even move. But every morning, the cat, with her tired eyes and slow steps, would sit across from him. Silent. Still. Watching. He began leaving scraps of food. Then warm milk. And one day, she let him touch her. He named her Nina, for no reason he could explain. It just felt right. She never meowed much. Never played. But she listened. When he cried quietly at night, she curled beside him. When he stared at the wall, lost in thought, she blinked slowly, as if to say, "I see you. I'm here." It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. But it was real. Teresa noticed the change. Johnson began eating more. He opened the window every morning to look for Nina. He hummed, just a little, when he thought no one was listening. And for the first time in months, she saw a crack in that wall. But healing is never a straight line. One rainy evening, the school called. Johnson had gotten into a fight. He was bruised. Not badly. But his silence had snapped, and when another boy mocked his father's death, he couldn't hold it in. Teresa drove him home, trembling. Not with anger, but fear. Back in his room, Johnson refused to speak. He turned away, eyes wet, fists clenched. That night, Teresa found a note under his pillow. It read, "I miss Dad. I miss feeling okay. I don't want to be here anymore." Her heart stopped. She rushed to his room, but he wasn't there. She searched the house. The street. The neighbor's yard. Then she saw it. Out near the woods, where the path turned quiet and cold, a flicker of gray fur. Nina. She was pacing, urgently. Not sitting. Not resting. Moving back and forth, as if trying to get someone's attention. Teresa followed. And there, beneath the old oak tree, was Johnson. Soaked. Shivering. Holding a picture of his father. Nina was curled tightly in his lap. He wasn't crying. He was whispering. Talking. To her. That night, something shifted. Johnson came home, and he didn't lock his door. He let his mother sit beside him. He told her about the night his father died. How he hated the sound of sirens now. How he dreamed of the empty chair. And how Nina made it all feel less alone. Teresa listened, tears falling like rain. And Johnson didn't stop her this time. The days that followed weren't perfect, but they were different. Johnson spoke. Slowly. He drew pictures of Nina. Talked about her favorite spot near the window. He even laughed, once, when she chased a feather across the room and crashed into the curtain. She wasn't just a cat anymore. She was his lifeline. His silent rescuer. Years passed. Johnson grew taller. His voice deeper. He made friends. Played music. Smiled again. And Nina grew older. Her steps slowed. Her naps grew longer. She still sat by him every morning. Still blinked slowly, as if remembering. One morning, Johnson woke up and found her curled near his shoes. Still. Peaceful. Gone. He didn't cry right away. He picked her up gently, wrapped her in his favorite blanket, and walked to the tree near the woods, the same place she once saved him. He buried her there. With a stone. And a letter. Dear Nina. You saved me when no one else could. You heard me when I was silent. You loved me when I didn't love myself. Thank you, for being my angel in fur. I'll carry you with me. Always. Love. Johnson. Today, Johnson is a young man studying to become a therapist. He says it's because of Nina. Because he knows what it feels like to be unheard. To ache silently. To need someone, anyone, who just stays. He often tells her story to people who believe their pain is invisible. And every time he speaks her name, he smiles. Not in sadness, but gratitude. Because Nina didn't save his life by doing something loud. She didn't pull him from a burning building. She didn't shout for help. She just showed up. Every day. Sat beside him. Listened with her heart. And in that quiet love, she reminded a broken boy that he mattered. Because sometimes, the smallest hearts carry the biggest love. And sometimes, it's not about fixing someone's pain. It's about holding space for it. Just like Nina did.